It's the grandson, right thought. Y'all heard what your boy said. Y'all heard what your boy said. His patience is wearing thin with you guys. You irresponsible Americans. He's frustrated, he said. You irresponsible Americans. His patience is wearing thin with you. Y'all ain't hear your boy say that? Y'all see what's happening here in America? Creating a divide. Ain't that how you conquer somebody? Divide and conquer. Satan has to copy everything the Most High does, right? Y'all should know this. He's a copycat. So the Most High said in the end, he's going to divide the sheep from the goats, the wheat from the tares. Christ said, I come to bring a sword of division. So do you think that the copycat is going to try to do the same thing? Now, how are they going to divide you? The responsible from the irresponsible. You heard that? And if you think that it's anything other than that, then you've missed it. You're missing it. The responsible from irresponsible. Now, what does that mean? If you're an American citizen living in America by American standards, then you would be a responsible American if you sought to save your life. Okay? Hear the words, understand them. Those who seek to save their life are responsible Americans. Those who give it up and say, well, the Most High got me. He's going to take care of me. I don't have to do anything to stay safe or healthy. The Most High will do that for me. Those will be considered irresponsible. You see that? It's so easy to understand. The Civil War is going to be between those who seek to save their lives and those who've given their lives up. Now, I've quoted it many times. If you guys just look in your Bibles, doesn't it say that he who seeks to save his life shall lose it? So those so-called responsible Americans who are seeking to save their lives will actually lose it. But they don't believe God's word, see? That's what makes them responsible Americans. Because America is against God. You can't say you're for God and let a flag fly in your country that despises God's ways. Then you're not for God, you see? The Most High said, come out of this world. So if you're responsible in the world, will you come out of it? Or will you be one of those ones that are saying, I have to be responsible for bills and taking care of my kids and watching out for my wife and doing this for my family and doing all. Responsible Americans do all those things, see? But responsible believers give up those things. Now let's just see if that's the case. What does the word say? He who gives up his life shall find it. Let's keep going. It also says that if a man lose his wife, his children, his home, for the kingdom's sake, then he shall receive 100-fold more. So that would look irresponsible to give those things up in this world, wouldn't it? Come on, y'all, open your ears and listen to that. Hear it, digest it. Let it sink in. Okay? Because that's what it is. That would be considered irresponsible if you stop taking care of your family, see, by America's standards. If you stop taking care of your kids, you would be considered a deadbeat. Lazy, irresponsible, see? But Christ said if you give them up for the truth's sake, that's the key. You don't just give it up. You give it up for the truth's sake, for the kingdom's sake. Then you've done it the right way. But this world is not going to tell you that. It's not going to say, no, give those things up. No, it's going to say, keep working for those things. Matter of fact, do this so that you can continue to work. And we all know what the this is that I'm talking about. If you do this, then you can keep going to work, go to ball games, mingle with people, still go and do the American way, see? Abba's shutting that down because he's setting up his kingdom. You see, which is total reverse of this that you're in. This is the wicked kingdom that you're living in. So those who seek to uphold this kingdom must be wicked. You see? Because those who are not of this world and seek not to uphold this world are captives in it. They're pilgrims in it. They're outlaws and runaways, castaways. Because they're not part of this kingdom. They live on the outskirts of the kingdom. They're not kingdom folk of this kingdom. Their kingdom is not of this world. Now tell me if that's what Christ said. Did he say his kingdom was of this world or not? See? And did he not tell people that you have to give up their occupations that they had and follow him? Yes, he did. So guys, don't you hear that? People were even asking him, should we pay taxes? Y'all didn't hear that. They asked Christ, should we pay taxes? And he said, render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar. So why were they asking him this? Because they knew they were not of this world. Christ, that is. The people that were listening to him knew. They were like, wait a second, if you're not of this world, then should you pay taxes? He said, give Caesar what's his, give God what's his. You hear that? So there's a dilemma. They're not the same. They're not actually on the same team. You know? How you doing? Good. They're not actually on the same team. They're not working toward the same end. So now you who are in the middle have to decide. You see that? What team do you play for? The irresponsibles or the responsibles? You see? Think about the black sheep. How Abba always chose the black sheep. They were considered irresponsible. See? No good, strange, oddities in their families. Because they're not of this world. I told you. They're not going to match a kingdom that's not where they're from. They're going to match the kingdom from where they're from. You see? So now I want to hit on another point. This is very important. Y'all are looking to be saved. Y'all irresponsible ones, see? It's only by the world standards. Don't get in your feelings. I'm not calling you irresponsible because you're actually responsible. Know that I'm saying that when I say irresponsible when I say irresponsible and responsible, know that you need to flip it in your mind when you hear it because that's actually what I'm saying, okay? Because we're grown folks, right? We've matured. We're speaking code. So, you guys are looking to be saved because I told you, he says, I am losing my patience with you guys. So they're going to make a bigger push toward you. Irresponsible ones. You see that? They're going to say you're not being responsible. And they're going to make a divide. And there's going to be a war, civil war. Now, has there been a civil war in this land before? Yeah. So did Solomon say there's nothing new under the sun? Yeah. You gotta go. See how that work? But now it's going to be the responsibles versus the irresponsibles. The ones that seek to uphold the American way and those who seek to bring it down. Uh-oh! You see that? Wheat and tares. They can't grow together after a certain point because the tares will just choke all the wheat out. What did Abba say? I have to speed the time of the harvest up, or speed the time up, that no flesh will survive if I don't do that. See that? None of you wheat will survive. The tares will just choke all the wheat out, or the weeds will overtake my lawn, in other words. You see? You want your lawn to be weed free, nice and green, edged up, cut all nice and manicured and shit. You see? But it got weeds all overgrown every damn where to choke all the grass out, all the grass to die. You will see that? So that's what's happening now. That's why he says we're losing patience. We're getting impatient with you. Why? He knows he has but a short time to bring you guys under subjection. That's simple. Why? Now, this is the part about being saved. Why does he know he has but a short time? The enemy who's trying to bring all of you guys under subjection. Right now, we're talking to Americans. So all of you Americans that are being brought under subjection to things that you don't want, right? Let's talk about it. Aren't you guys hearing things that are appalling, strange, to be living in the land of the free, the home of the brave, but yet they're telling you you have to do, you must do, you gotta abide by, you gotta do. Hold on a minute. You see? It's like I said, I'm talking to you Americans about this. He knows he has a short time. Well, why? What's coming? The kingdom of God is coming. You see that? And he knows that. So he's trying to grab as many of you as he can to pledge allegiance to his system and say that it was better than God's kingdom that's coming. Simple as that. Now, I got a question for all of you guys. This is when it gets deep. Like I said, y'all listen up. It gets deep. Christ came and he said, I have made the Father's name known to those that you have given me. Y'all hear that? So what did Christ come to do? To save Israel. And how did he say he did that? By making the name of his Father known. That's why he said, if you shall know the truth, then you shall be set free. So Christ, like I've told you guys, who is the truth, came to tell. Because who else can tell the truth other than the truth? Can a lie tell the truth? No. Y'all see how simple that is? You know how deep that is? Only the truth can tell the truth. So when people say, when they accuse you of being lies, anybody with a discerning eye will see that and go, no, how could they speak truth? How could they speak truth if it's a lie? What did he say about the enemy? He said, he is the father of lies. He was a liar from the beginning, and there is no truth in him. Y'all hear that? So the enemy, the one you're fighting against, who's calling the responsible Americans responsible, he's saying, Most High saying that there is no truth in that beast system at all. So that's why I said reverse the words, because when they say words, they're lying. They're saying the opposite. See, when they say you're being a responsible American, they're actually saying you're being irresponsible. Because they're telling you that you're going against God, which is responsible. But you don't know that. So you're actually being irresponsible, being led astray. But he congratulates you and tells you you're being responsible. Yeah, see? So understand the lingo is what I'm saying. Now, he said I came to make the Father's name known. The Father's name is what, guys? See, because the grandson has also made the Father's name known as well. You see that? The grandson comes to bear witness to the Father and the Son. That's his job. So he's going to know the Father. Does he know the Father? Well, what's the Father's name? I am. So now, this is why the Satan knows he has but a short time. You see that? Because there were no Israelites for a long time, hundreds of years, believing that I am. You see that? That's how you get a slave. If a slave is completely dependent upon a master, correct? Just like your dog is. He's dependent upon you for his survival. You feed him and shit. If he gets sick, you take him to the vet and shit. Right? If he breaks some shit, you got to go get it fixed and shit. Right? So a slave is the same way with his master. He doesn't have an I am or an identity. That's why Negroes' names were changed to Clark, Smith, Williams, Smithers, Flanagan, Jameson, Johnson, Jackson. You see that shit? They don't have an I am then. No, or somebody else gave them an I am. You guys tell me I'm lying about this or it's not true. Y'all tell me. So then, we come to make the Father's name known to you, Israel, so that you will be saved from the lie that they need to tell you what you need to do, how you need to live, you need to be governed. Does I am need to be governed? No. So when you submit to governance, then you give up your I am or your identity. Simple as that, guys. Simple as that. So in order to be translated back into the kingdom, you have to be translated back into I am or back into yourself, out of being governed. No, thank you. See, that makes you irresponsible to a governing head. Y'all don't understand that? That would make you unsavory. You see that? Nope, I don't need your governance. Thank you. I am. Oh, well, you need me to get your food. You need food stamps. You go right to the tree, pick the fruit off, get right at the garden, pull your food out, eat it. I am. Thank you. Oh, shit. He's not relying on me for nothing. See, that's coming out of her, my people. See, so you don't receive her plagues because I'm about to fuck them up and set his kingdom up. Simple as that. So, what do Romans do? See? Because you're under the rulership of Rome. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Rome, what do they do when they're going to fall? They start destroying shit. You see that? Who is Rome's god? Red Rome. See, Edom is Rome. Edom means red. See that? It means red. Who is their god? The red dragon. Simple as that. The destroyer. Lies, kills, and steals. Now, do Romans do that? Yes, they do. They have stolen, killed, maimed, pillaged, and plundered all over the earth. Simple as that. So then when you're serving that system, you're actually serving their God. When they say in God we trust, don't they put it on their money? They don't say in God we trust and then hold the Bible up like Israel. They say in God we trust and they hold it up on their money. So what are they telling you right there? Clearly, what are they saying? Our God is mammon, material gain. That is our God. We devour. That's what we do. And we work by the sword because that's the gift that God gave Edom. Oh boy. So now, being saved from it. Of course, Yahushua already told you guys what? My kingdom is not of this world, for the kingdom of heaven is within you. Now, I've already told you what the kingdom of heaven is. It is a state of being. So if you're waiting to be saved by some man to come down here and grab you up off the earth and snatch you and take you to heaven, then you're missing the kingdom which is within, aren't you? See how the grandson of right thoughts teachings go against what mainstream Christianity has taught you? You see? To bring truth instead of a twisted lie of Christianity, I'm bringing you the truth of what it actually is. It is I am. Don't put no titles behind that shit because they're going to try to trip you up with that shit. You are what? What are you? I am. That I am. Simple as that. Esau, Edom, Rome. beast system, Satan, Lucifer, devil, whatever y'all want to call yourself. I am that I am. Now, if I know that, then that means I've been translated into knowing it. Have you? Because you're hearing it today. And there's a reason you're hearing it today, because it is the only thing that can save you. Isn't that what Yahushua said? That's the point. Isn't that what he said? I came and I've made the Father's name known, which means I am. He taught those disciples that I am is the truth. I am is the way. I am is the life. I am is salvation. He taught Israel that. Not gods made with hands. Not statues made of gold. Not golden calves. Not men. But I am that I am. It's supreme above all. So he came and he taught that name to his disciples, that they may be saved out of tribulation. They were under Roman rule as well. Setting us free from a system of dependency. He's liberating you from dependency into independence. I am. Not that is. Not he is. So if that's happening now, then when is Christ going to save? See that? Because his kingdom ain't of this world. So that's why y'all don't understand it. You have to not be of this world in order to understand Christ's truth. Because he is not of this world. What did he say? I am not of this world, neither are these. Because they have been chosen out of the world. Y'all don't hear that shit? To know the mysteries. To be invited into the table, to sup with him. And y'all don't want to do that. Y'all don't want to know the truth today. Y'all want to think that they can save you. That man can contrive a way to keep you healthy and your children healthy. When Abba Yah gave you an immune system from the start that saves you, that heals itself. Heal thyself, Israel. We are Israelites. We are not Romans. We are Israelites. We are not children of Edom. So it's time we act like it. We laid hands on one another and healed one another. We didn't need a pill. We didn't need a shot. We didn't need no protection. We healed each other by touching. Simple as that, because we loved one another. And you can't stop that vibration of love. It is the most powerful thing that there is. And you read right there in the scriptures, God is love. And then y'all think it's something else that's more powerful than God. Well, how can you say that there's something more powerful than love? But yet there's nothing more powerful than God, and God is love. So you unlearned, learn today. So that you can triumph. You can rise above. You can have no fear. Because if you do what someone tells you to do, it means you are fearing them. Well, then you're not doing what God told you to do. You're fearing them. What does it say is the beginning of wisdom? How do you get wisdom, Israel? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Fearing the Most High. Now, what does fear mean? Listening to. Y'all don't understand that. Y'all been beat down so bad by these fucking Romans and killed so bad by these Romans. Y'all think that you have to listen to him because he thinks, yeah, this is fear. This sword I have is fear. Yeah, okay. Y'all seen what they do. You're fearing a creature that kills from a distance to where his enemy can't defend himself. That's the enemy that you're afraid of. He never goes head up. You don't think that's how he does? Watch this. The Most High said Esau is a cunning hunter. So then his descent, his children are the same, nigga. That means they have a nature of hunting by cunning or deceit. They lay traps for you to trick you because they can't come right up, straight up and be a plain man. Like you, Israel, you're plain. You don't have fear like that. So he has to produce fear. Simple as that, by deceit. By deceit. He's great at setting a snare. He's a cunning hunter by nature. He says that it's one thing and it's not. How many animals has this nigga caught by putting some food there? That's cunning hunting. He lays a food stash, the animal comes to eat it, and he shoots that nigga. Bow! I told you, he's gonna kill from a distance because he's a fucking coward. But y'all don't understand that. Y'all don't understand that. Anytime a nigga kill because he think he not about to get something, then he's a fucking coward. Because he's afraid that he won't be able to eat, or he won't be able to be comfortable. So he has to kill others to ensure his own comfort. And that's what America's done, and y'all want to take part of that. Y'all are a wicked generation, unlike any generation has ever been. Because y'all refuse to share. Y'all refuse to understand that simple thing, that if we shared, that if we took everything and shared it as common, then none of us would lack. None of us would not have, but y'all accept haves and have-nots. Y'all accept that. Well, that's not the kingdom of heaven, and y'all know that. Because the kingdom of heaven don't lack. Everyone in the kingdom of heaven is I am. We are equal in the kingdom of heaven with the Father. Because if his name is I am, and I'm saying I have come into the kingdom of I am, I can only be equal with the Father. I can't be less than I am, because I am. And y'all are waiting to be saved, like 3D carnal creatures would be. When is Christ coming? You don't hear this? When is Christ going to come save us? You don't hear this? You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Now, if you're free, then you want to be saved? Does a free person want to be saved, or does a person in captivity? So that means that if you're still looking to be saved, that means you're still in captivity. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You see that? So is I am free waiting to be free? See how that working? See how that working? It is impossible to please God without faith. And that proves it. That's proving it right there. Your faith is proving it. If you'll claim the I am despite the circumstance.
You're saying you're free. You in America too, buddy.
In the flesh I am, but not in the spirit. Oh, oh, yeah. We spiritual beings. That's what Israel was created for. So that Abba could have a temple to place his spirit in, so that he could dwell with his people in a body. So that they would know the truth and be free and no longer be afraid. So if you heed to what you're hearing today, then you'll know the truth and you'll be set free. And you won't be afraid. When the governing body is telling you, we're getting impatient with you guys. We've dealt with it long enough. You irresponsible ones that won't do the thing we want you to do to be healthy. Now, it's time for you to do your part and be responsible, or you're unfit to be an American. See? Now, if you're not of this world, then are you fit to be of this world? No. So it's just true. But if you have not come out, if you have not accepted that you're not part of this world, you're still in it. You're still hoping, you're still wishing that they can save, and I am is not saving. You don't know it yet. You don't know I am saves. See? That's simple. Like I said, you can't deny who you are, because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. My mouth be speaking a whole lot to you guys without a filter. It just comes out. So that means, what is my heart full of? Now, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Heart, feelings. Out of the abundance of your feelings, your mouth will speak. Tell me it's not true. Watch. Somebody does something to you. You feel something. Based on how much you were affected by what they said, determines whether you'll say something back. That's why people go, you get mad, somebody says something, offends you, you get mad, and then another person, your friend, they go, it's not worth it, man. Come on, man, leave it go. Let's go. Leave it alone, man. It's not worth it. That means you was out of the abundance, see? Say, no, I don't do that, man. I ain't gonna do no good. Y'all hear that? So out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. The abundance of truth coming out of your boy is a testimony to the abundance of the truth that is in his wife, in his body, or his feelings are filled with it, which is the bottom rung on the totem pole, guys. I don't mean to say it like a negative, the bottom rung, but that means the bottom of the hierarchy. So then if I'm filled enough there to speak the truth, then that means that I'm filled in my thought, previous to my feelings bearing witness, which are speaking. I told you, if somebody does something, watch, somebody does something good for you. and it makes you feel such a big feeling. It wells up in you and you have to say, oh my God, or oh God. See, something bad happens. You go, oh my God, because your heart is filled with it. Your feelings are full. Simple. So, if your feelings are full of things of this world, can you speak this? Nope. That's simple. You can't do it. You could try, but it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna come off authentic. You see that? So like I said, what are they saying to you? We're getting impatient. So what are their hearts filled with? They're frustrated. I'm quoting this person. He said frustrated, impatient. So that's how they feel about you guys. You're irresponsible ones. Hence, you're responsible ones. So what is his heart filled with? What are their hearts filled with for you? Impatience? Frustration? You hear those words? That's what their hearts are filled with towards your ass. And you think they love you? That's just proving that you don't actually know what it is. You need to search and find out what it actually is. It's just like anything else. If you don't know what it is, how do you know how to use it properly? Like any tool. You need a hammer, but you're using a wrench. It's not gonna work. You gotta get the proper tool. So you have to know what you're doing. So when y'all are dealing out here with love and hate, you must know what love and hate actually is before you just start talking about what you think it is. Or you don't actually know how to use the wrench. You don't actually know how to use the hammer. See that? So you hear people talk, that tells you what's in their hearts. If they're spewing venom, nasty, all the fucking time, then that's what their hearts are filled with. Simple as that. Their feelings are overrun with nasty feelings. And they have no thought to regulate them, which is discipline. Now, who gives the discipline in the house, the mother or the father? The father does that, see? So when you remove him, there is no discipline. You try to make feelings the disciplinarian. That won't ever work because she will misuse that. That means when a child doesn't really need to be yelled at, she will fucking yell. When a father can just kneel on his knee and talk to his child and solve the problem. The mother doesn't have the wherewithal to do that because her feelings are overruling her, so she yells instead. She says hurtful words included in the teaching that she's so-called teaching. The child does something wrong, she'll say, you stupid motherfucker, you know how stupid that is that you did that? You see? Instead of, just no, that's wrong. Let me show you the right way to do that, son. Come here. You see, watch this, because we smart over here. Watch this. I am smart. Shit, this is how we do it the easy way. Fathers have the wherewithal to do that. They're the disciplinarian. So then the man in you, thought, is your disciplinarian. If you don't have a man running your house, whether you be male or female, then that means that your feelings are ruling, which means that they're going to do things that are not right. And then you see people do it all the fucking time and just deny this teaching that I'm giving. Shame on you. And my thing is, if Christ's kingdom is not of this world, how is he saving? With the word. So how is it different than right this moment? It's not. So then when is Christ going to save you? He's saving now. I am doesn't ever stop saving. I wish you guys could understand that. Then you wouldn't be looking for him. You would know he was in you. I am. And if you read his prayer, when he prayed, he said, Father, my prayer is that they will be able to in other words, I'm paraphrasing, they will be able to understand our relationship. Because see, if you're paying attention to Christ's life, what is the fucking problem? It's that the people don't believe that God is actually in him. They consider that blasphemy. So they think 3D. They're proving it. Just like you niggas are proving it, still waiting for something outside. Christ was like, oh my goodness, I am the father of one. I don't know how much more plain I can make it. Before Abraham was, I am. I don't know how much more plain I can make it. They're like, blasphemy. You being a man maketh yourself one with God. And he didn't deny that. Actually, he confirmed it. And then you all are still wondering when he's going to save you, how he's going to save you. He just said, you know the truth. So when you hear the truth, that is Christ. That's not whoever's telling it to you. That's Christ made manifest in that person. Because my question to you, who's listening, is if Christ was teaching, watch this, I'm about to crack you guys on your head and make myself one with Yahusha in the process. If you were to be speaking to Yahusha, what do you think he'd tell you differently from what I've taught you? La dee 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 do 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 dee 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 dee. You could take all fucking day with that shit. You're gonna have to come back and admit nothing different. He would say the same thing. So then how are we not the same person? Dee 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 dee. Do you see why the enemy has a short time? Because of this. I told you, read the Bible. A man-child shall be born. And the damn devil gonna try to kill his ass with a flood out of his mouth after the woman and all this other shit. Y'all don't know what that means? A man-child. A grown-ass man who's a newborn baby. Y'all don't know that's what it means? Oh, my bad. Okay. A man-child means a newborn baby that's also a grown man. So it's a man who has been born again in the earth, which is the woman. Oh, God. So you put a flood. Flood in the Bible means lies, deceptions. So he's doing that right now. We're getting impatient with you guys. You guys are not listening. See? You're not heeding to the lies. We're trying to lie to you. You won't listen. You irresponsible ones. Listen to the lies. That's what he's saying. So like I said, if you think that I'm making it up, then check Yahusha, see what he taught, and then check the grandson, and then see what he teaches, and see if it's different. If it's not different, then they're the same. Simple as that. They are one. I am Christ. Simple as that. You cannot like it, and you can disbelieve it, but you can't deny the word, which is what he used. Same thing I'm using. Because my kingdom ain't of this world, just like his kingdom not. Now, I say I'm the grandson. He said he was the son. Do you see any difference between the grandson and the son? See how we're a family? And you see how this is true? And you see I ain't got to try? You see how I ain't got to struggle? You see I don't have to listen to nothing that this fucking world says because I know the truth and I'm set free from it? Claiming my truth, grandson of right thought on the earth in the flesh? Put away the old man with all his deeds? Killed him and crucified him on the cross? Gave it up, gave the woman up, gave the children up, gave the house up, gave the riches up? Followed after my father. I am. And y'all think it ain't about that. Well, who else can do that? Who else speaks with conviction other than a truther? Who else can speak with conviction other than the truth? Lies has to always be wary. Think about yourself and then think if I'm making this up. When you lie, you always have to be wondering if it will be exposed. Your lie, that is. And some people are willing to kill so that their lies are not exposed. You don't have to kill over the truth. The truth just be what it is. You see? When somebody finds the truth, you don't have to say, I'm going to kill you, the one who's living in truth. I'm going to kill you because you found out the truth, that I'm great, that I am health, that I am wealth. Now I have to kill you for knowing that. The only way you would do that is if you don't want them knowing that. So now, if I am sets you free, which none of you can deny that it does, then what do you think the enemy is going to try to destroy? Your I amness, which means your sovereignty. They're going to invade that. They're looking to invade it, and they're actually saying, we're impatient that you won't let us fucking do it. And why won't you let them? Because it's not forced. So what if they force it? Will you take it then? Because they're getting impatient with you. That's what they said. So like I'm telling you, y'all don't know the power of I am? Now, tell me when I am can die. When have you ever looked at a dead person and said, who are you? And that dead person was like, oh, I'm John, sorry, and went back dead again. That shit ain't happening. I am is always alive. If he's not alive, he can't say I am something. So then tell me when I am can die, niggas. That's denying that this is truth, that denying that this is supreme truth, that put a thumbs down or a dislike or don't listen or don't follow this shit because you think that it's a lie or you think it ain't true. Now, I'm daring you. I'm putting you to the fucking test. I'm sifting the wheat and the tares in you, nigga. Spend your time listening to something else and read your Bible. That's what y'all do. Read your Bible. Say, I believe that man, Jesus Christ, he's my savior. The exact same teaching that Christ gave you is being given right here, and you deny it and put a thumbs down and you think Christ's going to accept you. Are you crazy as fuck? You can't get to the Father but through the Son. Did you hear what I just said to you, nigga? That means if you can't get through the teaching you get from the grandson, how are you going to get to the Son of God? How can you accept his teachings if you can't accept mine? Same thing Christ said about himself and his Father. But y'all didn't want to hear him then. Now you don't want to hear me now. Y'all niggas can't even breathe out here. Niggas are, I can't breathe. Look at me. Hollering, walking, breathing. And y'all think the power ain't I am. Choosing to rest in it. Because you overcome death. Isn't that the last enemy? Can I am die? It's the question. No, that's the last enemy you had fear of. That's dead now. Y'all think you gotta wait until some revelation unfold to figure that shit out. He's already done his work. He said it's finished on the cross. Y'all don't want to listen to that neither. Christ still has some more to do. He's still got a lot of work to do. He said it's finished, nigga. That's how cold he is with it. The truth is a one-swinging blade. Y'all think you got to swing that bitch 3-4 times in order for it to work. Christ came one, sling, bam, it's done. Grandson come now, the branch, sling, bam, done. And I challenged everybody, and y'all have heard me say it numerous times. I'm gonna do it right now in case y'all ain't heard my other videos. I challenge anybody on the face of this fucking earth that thinks that they know that there's some truth out there that can conquer I am. Step forward and bring that shit so I can chew your ass up. I don't have to disguise the fact that that's the end result for you. I'm just telling the truth. I don't have to lie. If you come with some shit that you think is going to conquer this doctrine, this gospel, then step up here and try it. Step up here and try it so I can ask you these simple questions like, nigga, can you be healthy without saying I am healthy? Well, no. So then why do you say you have to look to the stars to see what your day is going to be like, to know what your health is going to be like? Because I want to look like I'm wise in front of people. That's why I do it. Now you finally fucking told the truth, you asshole. Come clean with the people. You want to look like you know some shit that they don't know. That's not I am, nigga. You're iniquitous. Look at the Greek. Iniquitous. Your ass is full of iniquity. You want I am knowledge for yourself, when I am can never just be for itself, because everybody's I am, are they not? So then listen up, everybody. Receive this today. Receive it. I am your strength. I am might. I am protection. I am high tower. I am salvation. I am mighty than your host. What you gonna do? I am more mighty than you. Now what? Take this, do this so you can lower your vibration, so you can't do that. Why would I do that shit, you dumb fuck? See, that's the only thing you can do with somebody more powerful than you, is get them to put their crown down. Which is your I am is your crown, nigga. I am is your crown. He said he's gonna put his name in the foreheads. That's a crown you wear on your forehead. He says they're gonna be an order of priests from the order of Melchizedek. Do you see that? Now, do priests wear a gold band on the front of their head that says holy unto the Most High Yah, or holy unto I am? See that? I told you I am is in their name, in their heads. They're high priests. What does the high priest do? He takes what he got from the Most High and give it to you. Which other word is never changed. Because the Most High giveth his word unto Israel. He showeth them their judgments and his testimonies. And he hath not dealt so with any nation. They know his judgments, so he's chosen them to deliver his word to. Now, I told you Negroes are Israelites. If you don't believe a Negro is an Israelite, then how do you deny what you're listening to and looking at right the fuck now, you stupid fucks? And yeah, I gotta say it like that because I don't want you tares in the garden no more. I'm ripping you bitches at the root. All you niggas that's in 2021 that deny that Negroes are Israelites, how do you deal with this? Because you can't fuck with it. Any of you nations right now can't fuck with this shit. I'll eat your ass alive. Any of you nations. Y'all are my wash pot. And that's why y'all hate us so much, because of the truth. Now tell me who's more hated on this earth than a Negro. You tell me, if you know, if you can tell, and why. Because of that simple fact right now, the Most High deal with us, he give us his word. Because if it were not so, then the grandson of right thought wouldn't be looking like this. You see a Chinese man standing here. You see a white man standing here. You see an Indian man standing here. You see an Arab man standing here, but you don't. You see a descendant of the slaves, nigga. That's who you see standing here giving his truth. You couldn't stop it is the point. Nobody else was under this shit. Nobody else was put under this shit to keep that truth stuff down, but you couldn't stuff it down, nigga. Why? Because Judah's hand is in the neck of their enemies. And you thought you could change that. You can't change the Most High. You can't change I am. Abba said, hey, Judah, that's the I am that you have is Yah's praise. You are my praise on the earth. I am's praise. You are the epitome of what I am looks like. Now you tell me it's not so. Why you niggas is fucking cowering behind your fucking mask. Running around getting shot in your ass and shit to be saved in this world. Well, I didn't give it up. So you tell me what's true and what's not true today. If you can. If you can get in this ring with Judah, if you can get in this ring with the king, let's see. Because we're at the wire now of choice making. See, it's no longer we were far off and couldn't see each other. The wheat and the tares are separated. Now we looking right at each other saying, it is what it is. Hey, and you last little pieces of wheat over there, you better get on this side because we can see him now. We can call him out. We can see it now. Oh, no, you a terror. Get the fuck on. Hey, you better get your shit together, bro. And come on inside and stop being a fucking coward. That's how we got to talk now. Just like if a nigga was on fire, you wouldn't say, hey, man, you're on fire and try to pat him out. You fucking be throwing him down, throwing blankets on top of him and all kind of shit. Kind of rough. You may even hurt him a little bit trying to get the fire out, but you got the fucking fire out. That's right now. So like I said, man, y'all decide what y'all want to do. Y'all waiting for Christ still? Or do you accept that he's here? That's what he said. When people start saying he's over there and he's over there and he's over there, believe them not. Why would you believe them if he's in here? Why would you think you have to go to a field to hear Christ if he's in here? Why would you think you have to go out to another country to go meet Christ if he's right here? Y'all ain't listening though. All right. Well, Silawan Mr. Allah.